Beautiful day, Patriots. How are you? Let's talk about the timestamp and gap code. So for the past 2 weeks, we've been going from the very beginning, the easiest, to something very hard. Today is a fun one to start the day. So today, the first tweet on the Pacific Coast, we got the timestamp of 6:07. On the East Coast, you're going to have a timestamp of 7 minutes past the hour. Your hour is going to be different than the 6 o'clock, but your 7 minutes past is going to be the same. His second tweet of the day came in at 1:50 p.m. Long time, a lot of hours in between, but 50 minutes past the hour. On the East Coast, your hour is going to be different, but the minutes are the same. Also, the time difference in between the two tweets are going to stay the same. No matter where you are in the world, no matter what time zone you're in, the first tweet and the second tweet, the time in between is the same. Therefore, we have the timestamp and gap code. Let's talk about the gap. The gap is very simple. It's just -1. It's just -1. If you have 60 seconds, let's say an hour, minutes, right? An hour, 60 minutes. So the gap is 59, just -1. Just keep it real simple. Okay? All right, so let's get through this. This is going to be a fun day. I'm so excited. Praise the Lord Jesus. Let me see this. And I would not be able to keep going and learning more without giving him the glory. It's how it works. I am not doing it. I'm doing the hard work. I'm doing all the effort. But he's letting me see it. Praise the Lord. Okay, so let's go from the first timestamp today to the very last timestamp yesterday. Okay, there was a 12-hour and 49-minute time difference. We use the gap -1, so it's 12:48. We go to Q drop 12:48 and it says, wake up and learn. A couple other things on there. It's up to you if you want to go along with the ride and see how this works. Go to the Q drop yourself. Woo-wee. So, it's an exciting day. Here we go. So, the first tweet and the second tweet has a time difference of, I've got it written down, 7 hours and 3 minutes, so it's Q drop 7:02. We go to Q drop 7:02 and it says confirmation yes. First Q tweet to the third tweet has a time difference of 7 hours and 57 minutes. We go to Q drop 7:56, -1 the gap, and it says Q delta is how it's signed off at, Q delta. It's always Q, Q plus, Q 41020. We get a lot of different things, but a Q delta, a little odd. But wait till you see how this day ends. The fourth tweet. We go the fourth tweet to the first tweet. We go to black hats. You better be scared. Just like yesterday, different Q drop. We know you're watching. I know you're watching. That's what my first 3 months was, wasn't it? We know your tricks and we're after you. That was my specialty. My whole life I've been studying you guys. That's why I don't have to worry about all this other stuff and figure this out. I get it. Moving on. Fifth tweet of the day to the first tweet of the day. Boom! I just love the American flag. I think America's great only because of freedom. God bless freedom. So we go to Q drop 8:02 because it was an 8-hour and 3-minute time difference. The gap -1, 8:02. Big old huge American flag, and it says Patriot. Explains what a patriot is. Then it explains what a traitor is. Now, because I've studied this my whole life, you know what a traitor, like people got their specialties, but the English language is a very amazing thing. And I'm not going to go into that right now because let's just keep it, remember what that is, keep it simple, because I'm stupid. So, words have more power than most people can imagine. If you really knew the truth, 99% of the people in the world would end up in the hospital. I misquoted it on a video before. I said 90%, but it's 99. And I know that a lot of you wouldn't make it. I'm not saying I could. I'm not saying I'm the 1%. Let's get back to what's happening here. Trader. A trader is somebody that just trades goods. Almost sounds good, you know, but it's a capitalist. It's a person that, excuse me, it's not capitalist. It's somebody that just takes advantage of people. It's trader. This is a pirate. This is coming back to... I don't want to get into this, man. This is not the time for you to be worrying about your own skin. We got generations and generations. We're talking thousands of years of generations on the line right here. And you're worrying about $1? Wait till you hear my story. Okay. Now, that's just the 5 tweets, okay? This is... If that doesn't blow your mind, it's okay. This is for documentation purposes. Again, it's so that we can learn in the future. James Bourne. So, yesterday I'm DMing with a friend of mine. We're going to talk about him here in a second. He's a great guy. He does a lot of great decodes. He's been around. If you follow me, you already follow him. He's big. He's huge. You got him. Now, he and I talked about something the other day. We were looking at the very last Q drop that we've been hanging out for a long time. It was 3000-003. And what was happening is it said 3-9's coming soon, right? And so we're talking about it like everybody. We're all trying to figure things out, decodes. Well, I read Q drops differently. And so what I did yesterday, I went out and sent out the tweet of 3-9. Let's just pretend that the dash was a 0, and we're going to go ahead and use 309. We go to Q drop 309, and that says justice. Q309 says justice. Nothing else. No start, no end, just justice. Coming soon. So we laughed and we giggled and stuff because I DM'd him first, and I said I'm just going to throw it out as a tweet because it's funny. But then also on that same DM, but we're going back and forth, and I'm going to tag that on the. I'm going to send this to Twitter, and on my Twitter I'll put it in the comments. I'm going to show the pictures of his and I conversation going back and forth. I've gotten his okay because it's kind of cool. Once you start getting the code, once you start understanding it, you see things differently, okay? So what I told him and said is why I said I thought the dash was a 0 is because of the 3003. It just stuck out to me. It was the clues. And so what I said is I believe the dash is a 0, and if I'm reading this correctly, what we'll see on Q drop 3009, we're going to see a 0. We go to today, the Q drop 3009, and it's what? It's the 0 delta of POTUS Trump's tweet and the Q drop tweet saying 0 delta. It's totally up to you. Totally up to you. You can be a patriot, you can be a trader, you can be whatever you want in this world. That's the best thing about America. It gives you the freedom to be anything you want. Alright? You black hats, you guys are screwed. You guys are Anyways, this here is a notebook of not notes. These are actual examples. These are examples. These are examples. But this notebook over here underneath has got more examples and proofs, I guess I should be saying it's proofs of this, of the time, stamp, and gap code. I've got months and months and months on my Twitter page. There's 5 times more proofs on my Twitter page. Beautiful day, Patriots United. Come on over, have a great time. You'll be talking with POTUS Trump, Q, the whole team. Tomorrow we'll do a video. I'll give you my kind of what I think Q's all about. God bless you all. Jesus Christ, lets this happen for me. Praise the Lord.